live.
Hi, Mom.
Yep. There we go. That's done.
Right, so go ahead with the recap, Elephant.
Okay, recap time. There we go. Um, so, uh, recapping the last two episodes. Before we went into flashback time, we were still in the present, fighting Lilithmon, which just showed up one day and decided to wreck our shit. Um, during the fight, or was it already after the fight? The there was a big eldritch creature that attacked us and corrupted the Flay Wizardmon. The hatched an egg. The egg became a very big lion dude with a really good nose, fantastic nose. Uh, Through some talking about and just lots of anime moments, we managed to Taisto managed to calm the beast and become the medieval Dukemon paladin mode, which he always desired to be. Uh, and then, uh, yes, and then there was just all the loose ends that were tied up very quickly, just talking about our feelings and whatnot. Blah blah blah. Big hugs between Anari and Taisto, their friends. All right, yes, everyone breathes a sigh of relief, and we were preparing to jump into the portal to fight Armageddon in the real world, when all of a sudden we were interrupted by a flashback. What? Yes, the wild flashback hell struck once again right at the end, and we took this opportunity to explore Karamon's backstory because we didn't really have one so far. Uh, so we started the scene in a void dimension where discarded data was just thrown away, and among these that data just was just a bunch of eggs that started to hatch into Kuramon and just eat the random zeros and one that were lying around, which each of the bits and pieces of data that they consumed, the more knowledge they gained from the previous Digimon, which were once set data and gained a lot of memories from random Digimon, lots of bits of knowledge. At some point, they got the knowledge that strength and the survival of fittest was the way to be. So a bunch of Kuramon started eating each other. The strongest one evolved into Tsumemon and then eventually Keramon. We saw the big Keramon that we all know and hate um, just quickly becoming the leader of the bunch as he was able to not only assimilate the knowledge that he gained through the zeros and one, but also put it together creatively while all the others just stood around and were confused for a bit. Uh, Good thing to know. The All the knowledge that spread around to the Kuramon, is also shared between them like a collective hive mind. So everything that one Keramon knows, everyone else also knows, uh, almost instantly. So that's a very good thing for us, which are about to fight them. Whoopsie. Uh, the Keramon grew and grew. There were two special Keramon which were played by us. Elephant Keramon, which just was very busy asking existential questions about life, about what was important, and got a pair of glasses at some point because well, why not? And Elinor Keramon, which was more bestial, primal, and was concerned with eating and surviving, but gained the knowledge that friends helped each other out, and friends gave each other everything, and so friends give food, and so friends equal food, and so since friends are food, that Elino Keramon went on a quest to become friends with as many Digimon as possible. And as soon as Digimon said that, okay, we can be friends, he brutally munched on their heads and just, feasted until nothing remained, and judged the quality of their friendship by how delicious they were and how much knowledge they gained from them. Uh, like normal Caramon do, just very polite way uh, of judging friendship. I'm sure you went through something similar in your life. Um, uh, Caramon grew and grew and didn't evolve yet because obviously it didn't evolve in the story as far as we know them. But we judge at this, but it was because the knowledge was spread around so many Caramon that yeah, the data didn't reach a big threshold. They grew, started eating everything until they became a very big problem for the digital world. The Digidestin, which, well, they used to say not us, but the previous Digidestin that we were friends with, that all have the legend arms with them, just were tasked with, destroying the menace, and they eventually met. First off, the Caramon tried to make friends because humans are interesting and new, and that's probably a very important thing to be friends with. We're very excited to be new friends, but alas, they didn't see eye to eye and were trying to beat them to death, which was very, very unkind to the poor Caramon, which just wanted to mind their own business, of course, and they did not understand the animosity uh, until they eventually got wiped out, leaving only a single Caramon banished to the Witchelny, our Caramon, the one that we actually know, and cut off from his siblings for the first time in his entire existence. He was confronted with the silence of his own mind, which drove him kind of insane because the drowning voices of millions of Caramon is actually quite soothing to their little family. And just having only himself to think and refer to just was something he could not live with. So that's why he went on a quest to regain his lost family, which he eventually did, as we all know. And we kind of skip forward a bit to after the materializing of Theramon in the real world as now Diablomon X question mark Armageddon X question mark, who knows? But a big, big, big monster nonetheless. That much is for sure. Is in the real world now made of flesh and bones, which sounds gross to Diablomon for some reason. And other Caramon started also showing up in the real world and just devouring humans. And as they did, they discovered that humans were really, really, really testy and gave them lots and lots of knowledge, which is really good for them, really bad for us. And yeah, there were a lot of horrific scenes that I will not describe here. If you only watched a previous episode, you know that stuff happened, shit happened for sure. But yeah, that's not all the important stuff that happens. Yeah, Caramon stuff. Yeah, I don't think there's any important things there. Maybe in the present when we fought a big chicken dude, but I think that's the gist of it. Hopefully that was comprehensible and just not that hard to follow. Hooray!
I think a couple of details may have been missed slightly, but you did a good job recapping. Well done.
Thank
Mark of
you.
potential. Poor Jim the security guard is all I can say.
Yes, security guard. Uh-oh.
What?
Jim the security guard
Had a rough day.
He had a very rough day.
He was about to retire too.
It was a day from retirement. And
Yeah,
his daughter Susie was all he thought about. What am I going to say now? I think one thing which may have been skipped over was the fact of how Caramon came to be. Did you mention the whole
Yes,
Nubismon
yes.
situation?
Yeah, I've kind of missed that bit. I skipped right away to the void dimension. It's stripped.
Yeah. So the Caramon were made out of discarded data from Digimon that Anubismon was reincarnating, which is how he came into existence. His Digiegg was created out of the discarded data, and he became a sort of error in the system, an unknown entity, and so did all his brothers and sisters that were born of that data, and then eventually they set themselves free. The other thing that was missing was
the Diginome that we know.
the Diginome. That
Oh
we
yeah,
don't.
we did know my Digimon, didn't we?
Yeah. So that Diginome was trying to identify the fifth chosen child and the fifth chosen Digimon, but you guys ate him before he could do so, which is very unfortunate because we totally wanted to see Digidestined Fireman, but alas.
The fifth? What?
Of the original Digidestined.
Oh.
Yeah,
I see.
because the new ones are only 3, so it wouldn't really make sense. Just
Yeah.
prevent the 5th one.
But other than that, I think you recapped basically everything. I think the only thing that was also missing was the Digidestined didn't defeat Caramon. The X program that released deleted all of his brothers and sisters, and he somehow managed to fall into Witchenly when the entire world got deleted around him.
Somehow.
Somehow. we haven't established how that happened, but he somehow fell into Witchenly and survived.
If you
Somehow
want to
Caramon came
establish-
back.
If you
Yeah,
want to
I'm just
establish
gonna
that
say
badly,
that.
I can leave real quick, and you can establish that.
Wait, what?
Yeah, if you want a context on how that happened exactly, I can just leave, and you can have a backstory episode again.
No, thank you.
I suddenly someone seems to have shot me in the knee, and I must go. Bye bye.
Ah, perfect. Okay, so let's talk about Peter.
Yes, Peter is
Oh,
how
this-
Caramon survived for real.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that was our other idea for a flashback episode, was to just follow Peter and Eutimio when they first joined the digital world, but we thought it wasn't very relevant to the
nothing
last
they
episode.
did.
But yeah, good recap. Thank you, Elephant. Please mark potential
I did.
and move ever closer towards your final moment of truth and evidently death.
Alright. I hope you all have your impressions of the sad horn ready.
Ooh, this is better music than the one I had picked out, so I'm gonna keep this very atmospheric music instead of the one that I picked out. Oh wait, okay, there's violins. This might be a different tone to what I'm thinking. Is this meant to be like creepy?
It might evolve a little bit beyond that, but
Cool, we'll go with this then. Okay, I'm gonna come off the starting soon screen because otherwise everyone's gonna yell at me. Boom. Cool. So we open the scene with a shot of Helsinki City. We see a portal rip open in the middle of Suomenlinna. And we see a footstep through in white trainers. I'm going to turn on the music because it's a bit loud. A footstep through with white trainers. And Taisto is the first to emerge on the other side, followed closely behind by Kageaki and Sonia and the remaining Digidestined. You immediately gag as the air is thick with the acrid scent of smoke and dust. The sun is struggling to penetrate a thick cloud of ash and debris, which casts an eerie, mutated glow over the destruction around you. The once pristine waters of the sea which surrounded Suomenlinna are now turbulent and murky, and filled with the remnants of some kind of battle that raged here. The fortress itself bears most of the brunt of the destruction. Its mighty stone walls are now broken, with chunks seemingly bitten out of it, and its cannons and battlements are no longer there. Former citizens that clearly were terrified have left behind remnants of their lives, shattered glass, dropped bags, fragments of personal belongings, all now buried beneath rubble. You guys rush forward and look out over the city of Helsinki, once vibrant and bustling, but it's now unrecognizable. Buildings have been twisted and reduced to concrete skeletons. The haunting echoes of what was once a vibrant cityscape have been replaced with an eerie silence, save for the occasional creaking of a damaged building or distant whispers of survivors sneaking throughout the city's streets. What is your first reaction upon seeing your home now half destroyed?
I think the I think as Taisto looks over the water in the direction of Helsinki and sees all the destruction that is in front of him, his thoughts return to that one thing that is truly important to him, and checks up on whether Einari made it through just fine. We did take them with us, right?
Yeah, Einari, Stella, Eutimio, and why does his name escape my brain right now? Higeki, all stepped through the portal. The large and clunky looking machines around their chest were to life with blue glow in the orb at the center of their device. They appear stable for now, anchored.
Alright.
We made it, Higeki says with an exasperated gasp.
The tiniest of smiles, briefly flashes across Taisto's face as he then looks back solemnly at the scene of destruction in front of him, and he says something heroic in the direction of we have made it. Though the scene in front of us is bleak and all hope seems lost, as long as the seven of us are together, I'm sure we will be able to conquer any foe and bring Caramon to justice and undo all this misery that our home has been subjected to. Yes. My voice is naturally this deep. I have always been spoken like this. Yeah, that's what he said.
I think Stella steps forward, her hands over her mouth. Oh my god. What happened here? This is horrible. She drops to her knees, tears streaming down her face. Sonia, how do you feel seeing the destruction? And what's your first thought seeing Stella cry at her home that she hasn't seen in years?
Well, Sonia feels just as distraught. Is barely managing to holding on thanks to the presence of our friends right now. But if Stella wasn't the one bawling her eyes out on the floor, she would probably be instead. She is instead going to put a hand on her shoulders. I know, but maybe there's still time. Maybe we can fix this somehow.
She turns and cuddles into your chest. I sure hope so. This is horrible. And to think I was part of this.
We were all part of this. So we're in this together, right?
Higeki steps
Until the
forward.
end.
That's correct. We need to pull ourselves together if we're going to save this city, potentially the rest of the world. We need you focused. So snap out of it, stand up. We have a battle to wage. I think Inari has climbed up some debris. He's pulled out a pair of binoculars that he has, and he's like looking in on the city. Hey, hey! I think I see survivors down there.
Out there, probably, but. Okay, well, Taisto climbs in after him, or climbs up after him, and tries to inspect the scene without actually inspecting the scene at all, because he cannot inspect anything, or we're fucked.
No, you
show
can't.
me.
Roll
No,
the dice, friend.
no.
Are you
No.
sure you really don't want to assess the situation right now? I mean, it
I'm
sure sounds
really
like a
sure
great
that
time
I
and
don't
it could
want to
be.
be I will not assess the situation. I will not. I will go up there to have to receive an assessment of the situation from Einari, an NPC who can probably do it much better than I can.
You say that, but he doesn't have stats, so.
Which is already much better than my -2.
Perhaps
He
somebody
can.
with greater superior can help out here.
Oh, I'm good.
You.
Friendship, yes.
Funny you should say that, because I don't think any of us have friendship. You do.
Yeah.
I mean, the person
That's
that does have
correct.
friendship was unfortunately sent into a T-pose coma, unable to awaken.
And we never managed to weaponize the virus either.
Darn that Karamon's dastardly plan.
Okay, yeah. There's no time. Doraemon, time to find out if your teleport still works.
Sorry, his what?
Time to find out if the shadow teleport still works. It should.
Right away, he says as your Digivice glows. The Digivolution is different. You hear audible crunching of bone in the light of the evolution
You.
as he screams out loud in pain. And out of the light drops a panting Sanglupmon.
Jeez.
That was painful. What the hell?
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. We hopefully the teleport isn't also painful. Otherwise, we're in big trouble.
Higeki's mind clicks. Kageyaki, do you have materials that could make more of these anchors?
Do I?
You tell me, you're the knowledge guy.
Can we make it now?
You know how to make it, and you have
You tell
two
us-
genius experts.
You
Oh.
tell us. You're the knowledge guy.
It's time to do a thing and then roll an arbitrary 2d6. Ask me why. I can't even roll it yet.
I think Higeki says, "Don't you understand, Kageyaki? When we came to the digital world, we became digital ourselves. Ones and zeros. Nothing but data. So when the Digimon came to the human world, they're no longer data. But if we can anchor them to the digital world, somehow, they'll be able to keep their data form."
Okay. In that case, the device that no longer has any use, which anchored you to the digital world, should suffice. And he pulls it out of his pocket dimension. Please still work.
I'm afraid that you are no longer in the digital world, and therefore there is no longer digicode that you can use to manipulate a pocket dimension or magic.
Wah, wah, wah.
Okay. That's actually good, because Diablo is significantly better at magic than us right now. So he's more nerfed than we are.
So there is a small leakage of magic coming through the portal that you've rifted, and there obviously is some kind of magic in this world, as you realise you can do some minor incantations, but you can't do something major. You can make a small flame on the end of your finger, for example, but you couldn't throw a fireball without more power and more energy.
Can I fucking pop my hand back in the portal to open the dimension? Pop the machine out.
Was the portal one way or two way?
I mean, the Digimon have to get back somehow.
That's fair. Okay, yeah, let's do it. So you've reached your hand back through the portal.
There was no time 15 minutes ago.
You reach in and you feel the pocket dimension open around your hand. You reach inside. What do you try and grab?
The machine I used to anchor the old chosen ones into the digital world so he couldn't teleport them away. It's no longer in use because, yeah.
You pull it out of the pocket dimension. Could you describe what it looks like again for me? Because I've forgotten what it looks like.
It looks like the thing that was on Seraphmon's chest. That's what I used.
Yes. Okay, so the clamp device that mined away his chest. Yes, I remember now. You pull that out of the pocket dimension. It's spider legs, flaccid and inactive. You push the button on the side and it springs to life. Blue glow emanating from the crystal at its core.
Alright. Higeki, I'm going to need great haste to help me out here.
You have my hands. I was in my head expecting a Lord of the Rings moment there, but no.
Because you still have the... Good lord. Alright, time to fucking unleash my power. Alright. 2d6 plus 3.
Do it with advantage because you have Higeki helping you.
We take that.
That is very good.
Good. Yeah, so they are anchored and no longer hurt.
Could you describe for us what you do to the device to have it anchor the Digimon?
Alright, so I initially used the footprint of the chosen ones to anchor them to the Digivice. Now instead I'm using something that is far easier to track, the footprint of the Digimon. And it's connected to the Digivice, which in turn is connected to the digital world, which allows them to bypass the matter fuckery.
So we see a wave of digital light emanate from the device, and the wave passes over your Digimon. And we watch as their bodies return to being data, a wave of 1 and 0 cascading across their bodies. That feels so much better. It felt weird being like that. Alright, time to test this out. Sanglupon sinks into a shadow and pops back up behind you. It works, Kageaki. Check.
Yeah, have some rumble that is now physical instead of data to make sure it works with passengers. Important.
Sorry, say that again?
Listo jumps down, leaps down towards, Sanglupmon to be the test subject. Willingly.
No!
Yay.
You could literally just die.
I trust you. Ish.
I don't trust this.
Too bad. Taisto's already flying down. Only teleportation shadow powers can save him now.
Sanglupmon leaps into the air to try and save Taisto. Hey, Kageaki, could you give me a savior roll?
I could make the attempt.
And you have influence over Taisto, right?
If this is how you
because
die,
the Asshole took
I
it from
swear
me.
to God.
You sure know.
The Asshole
Nope.
took it from me, so no.
Only Einari has influence over Taisto. Only Einari.
But I do have a beefy +3, so...
And a crit.
15.
Easy.
Describe for us exactly how this goes, Kageaki.
Oh, I can make this so bad for us, but I won't. First of all, I take influence over you, give me the fucking +1. Oh. There we go. So
go.
Sanglupmon leaps, kinda makes contact with Taisto, and immediately disperses into data, which for some reason is able to also disperse biological data without major physical pain, because otherwise we will never
Just
teleport
don't-
again.
Just don't worry about it.
And just rearranges both of them perfectly on the ground. If anything, it's somehow easier for him now.
Does Taisto vomit like the original times when you first initially teleported?
Oh, it's far worse.
Oh wow, okay.
Now he has
But
organs.
Taisto is also much stronger, so no, he won't.
Now he has actual organs.
Nope, he will not. I have gained so many +1s to my stats since then that I'm stoic.
Okay, and
Too
how
good
many
at
of those went to fortitude?
Shut up.
Cool. We've figured out that
Right.
your Digimon's abilities do work in
Thank
the
you.
human world.
Thank you, Sanglupmon. Kagayaki, it seems to work.
Onwards to the people.
All right. Well, I think we should still try and teleport only those who can't fly or swim or whatever on their own, and the rest of us take our own paths.
Sure, but I'm going ahead because teleporting is much faster. Sometimes.
Your funeral. Have fun with that. I do not recommend it.
And they'll just start teleporting like when he starts getting closer, Sanglupmon will pop out the head to check the surroundings.
Taisto and Einari will take Flame Wizardmon's flying broomstick surfboards to the city.
Cool. You sit on the back of a matchstick. I'm assuming the Sheepmon digivolves and rockets you across, Sonia.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. We see you guys rocket across, fly across, teleport across the oceans. The other Digidestined, I think they come on the back of your Digimon instead of their own. Their Digimon don't particularly have travel techniques that they can just have as their
Yeah,
first
we
own.
noticed.
So theirs are vastly inferior to yours. So yeah, I think Einari is on the back of Flowizardmon's matchstick. I think Stella is holding on to Sonia for dear life as she gets rocketed across the ocean, but on the back of a flying sheep. And I think Higeki is trying not to vomit as he teleports for the first time with Sanglupmon. You eventually make it over the ocean, or the sea, I guess, to Helsinki City. Einari jumps off the back of a matchstick staff, lands his feet firmly on the ground, and starts running towards where he saw survivors. Hey! Hey!
So,
Why not? They need our help!
Geist runs after him.
there's the hulking monstrosity.
What hulking monstrosity? I don't see anything here, he says.
You'll see it if you keep
Also,
screaming.
just to help me visualize this, where exactly in Helsinki are we at the moment?
Oh yes, make sure to give the street name.
Yes.
I'm sorry, but I don't have a vast experienced knowledge of Helsinki City. So you are by the coastline, entering into where the dense city used to be.
Do you guys do that thing that Greece does, where there's like 5 names for streets repeated forevermore? Or is it actually
What?
unique? So like Greece names streets with actual name. So you'll have 5 fucking thousand Eleftherios Venizelos streets all over the country.
There are repeated streets in Finland as well, but I think our street names are more varied than that. Like, we name our streets after lots of things. Anyway, we're probably to help out our game master a bit. If we left Suomenrinna just now, we are probably somewhere around Kaivopuisto, which is a park and there is actually the Great Britain's the embassy of Great Britain nearby.
There was.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So Einari is running towards the embassy of Great Britain, or what's left of it.
All right, sure, makes sense. The U.S. embassy is actually nearby as well. Wow.
Was.
He runs towards a nearby building that may or may not be an embassy.
May or may not be a building at this point.
All right. Well, we are in front of a building that is definitely maybe an embassy.
Cool. So Einari slowly
People who speak English.
Einari slowly opens the door and peeks inside. You see a little girl. Her eyes go wide, and she scurries behind the door, slamming it shut and running.
Yeah, we came
Yeah.
in with the big monsters, didn't we?
That checks out. Alright, it looks like the building is safe, so maybe the Digimon can stand guard outside.
Sonia, could you give
Hello.
me a 2d6 roll real quick, please?
Actually, Sanlupmon comes with us and is just in our shadows.
2d6.
That's
Neutral, I'm
Incredibly
guessing.
convenient.
Add kind to it. We'll say kind.
I think. Oh, that's generous of you.
What kind of roll is this?
This
I,
is a secret
I don't-
GM move.
10 is good, I assume.
10.
Sonia, you
Oh.
recognize the little girl.
Fuck.
Oh, wow.
shit. Ah,
She was one of the orphans in your orphanage.
ah. Okay.
That's good and bad at the same time because how is he here? Alone.
Okay, well, I'll go and see her. I'll dismount Shipmon and ask her to wait in the corner.
Shipon obliges.
Um, do you have a name for the girl, or
Feel
shall
free
we
to
just bust
come
out
up with one if you want, otherwise I'll come up with one.
Finnish names?
Oh, do you want a name?
Yeah, sure, go.
Just make it easy to
All
pronounce,
right.
please.
Nouns.
Oh, fuck. Well, fine. Mari.
Mari, just
That
okay.
is very
Mari.
funny. I was going to say Maria.
I mean, we have the same name.
I was
Many
gonna
of
say
our names are
Mary,
common.
so that is really creepy.
That's
Is that
the-
common name fucking everywhere?
Yes. Have
That's
you
the
ever
way
heard
it
of
was to be.
Christianity? Have you ever heard of Christianity?
Once or
Mhm.
twice, I think.
Once or twice.
Anyways, yeah.
It's a pretty underground thing.
I'm coming with San Lupmond in our shadows, for instance.
Mari, Mari, hey,
You
don't be scared.
open the door that she closed. It creaks audibly. The door frame seems fragile. And as you look inside, you see huddled in the corner a group of humans. They've got dirty, soot-covered clothes, ripped and torn. You see Susie hugging some woman.
Fuck.
No,
Fuck. No.
not Susie. Sorry, my bad. Name Mari hugging some woman in the corner of the room, looking very scared. And you see a soldier with tattered looking military uniform, with ripped holes and a wound on his left knee, aiming a rifle down the corridor at you. Halt! Who goes there?
It's me. I'm Sonia Vilainen. I'm friends, family with.
How can I
Lady Mari.
believe you? This young girl just told me monsters were in the hallway.
Yes, yes. About that. Those specific monsters are our friends. Not here to hurt you. As proof, they would have done so already. This is not exactly a very safe place, from what I can see.
Nowhere's safe anymore. He lowers his gun.
Actually, there is a very funny evacuation tactic we can use. The portal's open. They're straight up safer
No.
in Icon City.
No.
Are they though?
I am
the
gonna say
portal-
the portal closed behind you guys.
Guys, the portal would be at Suomenlinna, which is not trivial to get to.
Ah!
Sonny, you notice nobody else here seems to be from your orphanage, just this Mari. As you walk into the area with Kagiaki and Taisto following close behind, you see groups of families. Their eyes are haunted and scared. They've cobbled together whatever materials they could scavenge for food and shelter and bedding. They have a small campfire looking thing going on in the center of them, which is kind of made out of burning rubbish bin, essentially, like how homeless people use bins to warm themselves, that kind of thing. They seem to have flocked around this military man for support and hope. What do you do?
Wait, you're a soldier. What's your name, sir? I actually know. I read his name tag that he has on because all the soldiers have name tags on. What is his name, please? His last name.
Mario.
Nakamura.
No.
Mario Nakamura.
Anyway, Do you know if the Caramon have made it to the tunnels beneath Helsinki that are running literally everywhere?
The hell is a Caramon?
It's those things that attack the monsters, as you call them, Caramon.
Those things have a name?
Yes,
Complicated.
they're Caramon, and then there's the big one is Diablomon. We haven't seen the big one, right?
We have seen the other.
No, but we haven't seen him here.
If Nemes
You-
Simon showed us the memories, we have seen the regular form.
You haven't even seen a Caramon yet.
True.
Uh,
We assume.
He means in general.
They don't need it. They hide in the shadows. They come out of nowhere. Snatch us up and eat us. Terrify us first, torment us. Make sure we know fear before we die.
Well,
But I won't stand for it, he says. I'm gathering together a group of us and we're going to take back our home.
Right.
I don't think.
How? If they haven't made it to the tunnels yet, if they don't have them under control, can't you use them to evacuate? And we evacuate the city through the tunnels.
No. Everyone who's gone in the tunnels has been met with the same fate. Screams.
Right.
And
Do you
then
know
no
if-
longer existing.
Do you know if the president, the parliament, or the city council are alive?
Negative. It's unknown. They could be with some of the other refugees. I know that some of my soldier brethren survived the battle. Perhaps they've also banded together some desperate survivors like
Are they in
I have.
Santahamina then?
Hmm?
So are they in Santahamina then?
Sorry, could you please, for a non-native, describe what Santa Haminga is?
Santa Claus?
No, actually I couldn't. I'm sorry, I cannot. Sorry. There's basically a military outpost nearby. There is a garrison in Helsinki,
Yes.
which
there
is called Santahamina. It's a garrison.
Destroyed. You could feel free to go take a look at it if you want to risk it. It's in ruins like the rest of the city. In fact, we were probably one of the first places to be destroyed after we tried to fight back. Those monsters. They're not from this world. They just
No, they're
ate
not.
the bullets we fired at them. Swallowed a rocket whole.
You shot a rocket at them?
What else could we do?
Run for your lives. Anyway, that's not important. They are Digimon. They are more powerful than anything you can throw at them. But not all hope is lost, because there are some Digimon who are on the side of good, and they're here with us. They're here to help us defeat Caramon and prevent any further destruction. We can help you, and we will try to help you, and we will destroy Caramon and Diablomon and anyone who's here. And you have our promise that we will be here to. We will take back Helsinki.
That's cute, kid. But this is a fight best left to the grown-ups. This isn't a war that a child should be part of, he says.
Oh, that ship sailed.
He's gonna lower your superior and raise your unique. Do you accept that?
No,
I don't have to.
he cannot.
Could you please roll to reject his influence?
No, he literally cannot do what my superior is locked.
Sorry, I meant savior, not superior. My bad.
Too late. No takebacks.
My
Sorry, what did you say that he wanted to do?
He wanted to lower your savior, raise your unique.
Ah, fuck off. Fuck off, dude.
Okay,
So
all you
it's,
have to do is not roll poorly.
Yeah. All I have to do. That's trivial.
Just get good at RNG, my
3d6.
friend.
Ooh. It's a 9.
Okay.
Cool. So, on a 9, you do it, you reject his influence, and you get to pick one of the actions that you can take when you reject their influence. So, you can either clear a condition or mark potential by immediately acting to prove them wrong. Shift one label down and one up of your choice to symbolize the way that you see yourself and what you want to do, or cancel their influence over you and take +1 forward against them on any future moves.
Don't prove him wrong immediately. That's bad.
I was going to set him on fire, but now that you said that, I might not do that instead.
Oh, actually, that might be worth the
all.
potential.
Let's see. So, when you reject something, yeah, I cancel their influence and take +1 forward against them. Like, fuck off! I don't care about this dude. Thank you, good Sergeant Nakamura, I guess.
Mario.
If that's really your name, if that really is even your name. But me and my friends have been fighting this war for a very long time now, and we're very good at doing it. You have no power to. You don't have the necessary power to beat Karamon, but we do. We have the power and we have the experience, and we're going to do it with your help and with your blessing, or without it.
But we would appreciate if you could inform us of which areas are confirmed to have no people in them. So we
Yeah.
can just drag him there and be able to fight with no worries.
We don't know where there's
Yes.
confirmed to be people or not. The military. We lost contact.
Oh boy.
How long ago?
A week.
Oof, a week. Oh,
A week?
oh,
You've been hiding in here for a week?
No one's come
Aren't
for
we-
us. Every hope we have seems to be squandered and crushed by
What?
those monsters.
Can we drag him to Strongman Linda? That one seemed
No,
empty.
we can't.
According to our plan, we might be able to. The thing is, it's pretty far.
Listen, we're focusing on surviving
No
the next
one?
day.
Has come?
Nobody. No support from foreign nations, nothing, no communication at all, radio silence. I haven't even heard my own platoon's voices in so long. He like hands over his
Oh,
walkie-talkie radio thing, and all you hear on the other side is static
Can I
noise.
connect? Can I connect the walkie-talkie to the Digivices so we can at least talk to each other?
Do you want to give me an unleash your power roll, see if you can?
Will he let me?
I mean, can't
I mean,
we
he's passed
use
it
the
around.
Digivices? Well, anyway,
Alright. Please, my soul, in thy will you gold. Prepare to 9.
Yeah, you can do it. You can link it. It's a little bit dodgy in terms of connection because it's a walkie-talkie, but you know it works somewhat.
He just stood there and let me do that.
It wasn't a difficult tweak for a genius to make.
Alright. Stay here and we will try to keep him away? I don't think there's anywhere you can really go and be safe right now.
no, probably not.
Like, he can probably just pass through the
So,
shelter itself
the-
anyways.
Yeah. The safest thing for them to do is to stay put and let us handle it. Let us handle this mess.
All right, let me just mark
Want-
this location on the map.
Right, do you want the coordinates? I can give you the accurate coordinates of this location.
Why do you have that on memory? Why do you
I
know
don't.
that by
I
heart?
have Google Maps.
I have a phone.
I have...
It works again.
Yay.
Anyways, yeah. We marked the location on the map to know where he should absolutely not fucking go.
Yeah.
And also
And
we'll
then
meet
we
more-
should.
Yeah.
And then we should take the itäinen puistotie to roughly north. We'll make it to Uularinna, and through there, over the Tähtitornivuori to Kalasatama, and then we can see if there's anyone there at the presidential palace.
Yoroshiku.
Yes.
Alright,
I
Mr.
understood about
Mr.
20% of those words.
I transferred the map to the
Good.
Digivice and linked all our maps. If we find any more survivors, just mark it on the map, so we know where to where to avoid actually combat.
Yes. And Mr. Nakamura, we know that the hour seems bleak, and having to have been staying put here for over a week is tough, and you don't know what kinds of monsters you're fighting or what might be lurking around the corner. But I promise you that now hope has come. We are here to help you, and we have the power and the means to put an end to this.
We get a
Thank you for all.
Sorry, go ahead.
Thank you for all you've done for these people, and yeah, the end is at hand. Soon we'll all be able to put this behind us.
I think as you say, hope is here. We get a shot of Zachary T-posing in the digital world.
Ibo.
Wah, wah,
Wah,
wah.
wah, wah. Hope is not here. I'm assuming I think he's like, it's the most that I could do. There's others just like me banding together humans. We're trying to build a resistance force, but staying together in large groups proves unuseful in the face of those monsters.
Hey, I cannot make this clear enough. Do not engage. You cannot take him with human weapon.
You don't think we
Just
figured that
hide.
out in the past few weeks?
Support him. No.
So, just hide. It really isn't how it should work, but for some reason it is how it works. We can deal with him. We'll take care of it.
You cannot. Do not take care of it.
I cannot in good conscience let you 3 children go out there on your
Actually,
own
we're
and be
7.
eaten by monsters.
There are 7 of us actually, and we have monsters of our own who are more than a match for these Karamon. Don't worry about us, worry about yourselves. We'll try and find more survivors. We'll keep then we'll drive a stake through Karamon's hearts and see them destroyed.
Oh yeah, he's going down. Like, we gave him the chance when he didn't take it.
Yeah.
No more mistakes.
Cool, so what do you do now?
We head out
we go to Yoroshiku.
roughly due north through across or down Itäinen Puistotie.
Cool, so you
That sounded like a Greek slur.
you try to okay, don't say that one again. So you try to leave, and the sergeant starts running after you. His trousers fall to his ankles and he falls over. You hear giggles from what sound like Ghostmon, and you guys leave and head up the street.
Really not the time. But okay.
Taisto can be seen giving an invisible fist bump to air, but there is an audible sound of fist bump having been made.
Cool.
He's also informed that he can contact us via his walkie-talkie,
Right.
and if we find any more soldier people, we'll just connect those as well. to
I
the
think
channel.
Marie runs out of the building after you guys. Wait, Sonia.
Wait, yes. Little one?
Hide the weapons of mass destruction.
The
Are you okay?
orphanage. There's people gathered at the orphanage, she says.
Noted. Oh, we'll go and save them. Do not worry.
It's where everyone in the city seems to be going to.
Everyone.
I'd assume that if you want to know where the most densely populated place is, it's around there.
That's a interesting decision for shelter.
That is for sure.
All right. We'll be marking that on the map, and since it's the next confirmed place and the only actual lead, we're going there.
We'll save them. Don't worry.
You walk.
Stay safe.
You continue walking down the streets, and you see the remains and aftermath of the battle. We see remnants of the once mighty military now laying in disarray. Tanks and armoured vehicles with bites taken out of them. Now frames of what they used to be. Once symbol of protections, they now lie twisted and charred. Continue up the road, the ash and smog getting heavy on your lungs. You hear rattling from behind you as something runs across the street. You spin around, there's nothing there. Perhaps it was your imaginations.
Must have been the wind.
Yeah, must have been my imagination. Comes around with an arrow sticking out of our bums. Yeah. Well, we should keep going. We'll be heading towards the center of town anyway, if we keep going this way. The next stop of interest is basically the presidential palace, I guess. Unless are we gonna head for the orphanage?
Orphanage first, I guess, to confirm other potential known names. Maybe get another hint.
Or we could just go straight for the most scenic places where we might have our final battle of all time: the presidential palace, the great cathedral, or the Helsinki Cathedral. Oh, the stairs of the parliamentary building are very iconic.
It's
all
up
the
to you.
places to wreck.
I'd like to see how Sonia's family is going right now. Not know about the rest
All
of
right,
you.
the orphanage it is. Let us head for the orphanage.
Cool. You guys head towards the orphanage.
Which
You
is
hear-
west.
Yes, it's obviously west, as we all know. This is why I don't like using real-world locations.
Too late now.
You head west towards the orphanage. You keep hearing the rustling of leaves, the random rock falling from the top of a building, a steel girder slide down and slam into the wall behind you. It makes you eerie, feeling like something's following you, but keeping out of sight. You hear scurrying underground. Makes you feel unnerved to walk over it. Until you eventually make your way towards the orphanage and you see it at the end of the street on the horizon. Sonia, you're home.
Finally. Well, good luck, guys. This is my stop.
Right. Stella, you also staying here?
Yeah, it was nice knowing you guys. Have fun. We're gonna go and fight the bad guys now.
Cool, cool. Okay. Keramon, who was following us, this is your stop as well.
Yes.
Have fun.
All right. So, well, Sonia, lead the way. We're
Yes.
not gonna abandon you for real. So,
Sonia is carefully marching towards the orphanage, assessing if there's any signs of life around, if it's safe to get close.
The windows are boarded up with bits of wood, planks. The building itself looks almost untouched and immaculately clean. The garden is as it was left, green and full of life, with a swing by the tree. The castle building area where you guys in Sonia's memory built a snow fort still exists. No bites have been taken from this location.
Incredible.
You swear that you hear a whisper from behind you go, "The best of friends." And you spin around to see nothing but Taisto's blank expression.
Did you guys hear that, or
my what expression?
Exactly.
Wow.
No. Do you want more guards outside?
yes, maybe? Okay.
All right. Then it's
I
just
must have
going to
imagined
be just me and San Lupmon again inside.
Just knocking on the door. If the door is still untouched.
You knock on the
Hello?
door. There is no answer.
Yeah, that tracks.
Maybe going for a super secret knocking code that the young kids all know by heart. We might as well invent some bullshit.
Sure, yeah. Let's see if that works. So.
Knock, 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 orphan. Knock, 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 orphan. Knock.
That's a bit on the nose, but yeah, we hear you like go and do a secret knock that only the children of the orphanage know. You hear murmuring behind the door. You can make out the words, "Big Sis Sonia," and then, "No, Sonia's not here. She went missing. Remember?" And then you hear another one go, "Shh."
Do
Oh,
we tell
little
them that
ones.
we failed?
It's Sonia. Big sister Sonia. Do you hear me?
You hear one of the younger children, Dennis, yell out, "How do I know it's really you?" You hear him go, "Sorry."
Yeah, no need to yell. I'm just here to check up on you guys. Are you all okay? Are you all right?
"We're okay." This is another voice from behind the door. "They haven't touched us here." You
That's
hear
great.
now a much more relieving voice come from behind the door, Sonia. You hear what's he called again?
Hey.
You hear Bruce's voice.
Bruce.
Oh no! Bruce Wayne is here to talk more.
"Sonia, if that's really you, tell me something that only I would know. We've cooked together so often. Surely you know my secret ingredient."
Don't tell him that's a pointless test.
Who's who?
Bruce Wayne. We're an orphanage. Where else will he?
So
he be?
Bruce is the chef of the orphanage. We named a bunch of characters during the flashback episode. So just to remind you, in case you've forgotten, Bruce is the chef who Sonia always chopped vegetables with and cooked with.
Oh, yeah.
Felix and
Wait.
Tiana with the caretakers, and Elaine was the adoption
Really?
agent.
Wait. I thought those were the scientists. I noted scientist names. Scientist Bruce, Diana, Felix, and orphanage caretakers is Elaine, Rose, and Tony.
Okay, I guess I've misnoted somehow because Bruce, Felix, and
Okay.
Tiana and mine are the caretaker and chef. So wait, sorry. So
Tony
who do you
Stark
have?
also the orphan?
Tony, the chef. Who was the third one? Sorry, Rose.
Rose, yes, she was the kind one that Sonia took for her mom, and
And
Elaine was
dead
the
one.
yeah, so she's the other one.
Right.
Dead
Okay.
one.
I have misdone this in my notes. I've obviously remembered the name and then put the wrong thing next to it. Let me just quickly correct that so I don't make that mistake again. Tiana was a scientist as well, right? Or was she a caretaker?
Scientist, yes.
Sorry, you hear Tony's voice from behind the door.
Okay, so I don't really remember anything that we've established previously, so I'm assuming you're just making that along as well.
Yes.
So just secret ingredient is chestnuts. Why not?
Do chestnuts
I cannot
even-
be wrong.
Chestnuts specially imported from Britain, unless they're grown in Helsinki, I'm not sure.
Orphan steers. Oh, holy shit! That's just.
No,
Wow.
the orphan stairs are coming in later.
I don't love that. Oh.
You hear like a hushed argument behind the door, like you hear Tony go, "That has to be her. Only she knows that." And then you hear like Elaine's voice go, "We can't trust voices outside the door. We could all die if we open it." And he's like, "Well, I trust
No worries.
her."
We could kick the door down as well if that
Oh,
makes you more
no.
comfortable.
Shush!
I think you see Tony like peeking through one of the boarded up windows. It's definitely her out there. I can see her. We need to let her in. She's not safe out there. I think you hear a whole bunch of locks and chains and stuff come off a door. And then he creaks it open ever so slightly. Sonia?
Yes. I'm home.
He bursts through the door and embraces you in one of the tightest hugs you've ever felt. Oh, Sonia, you're okay. Oh, where were you? You went missing weeks ago.
Lower
I was
than
so
this.
worried about you. I thought you ran away.
Nah, not quite. I had a bunch of adventures. Not sure if you'd believe me if I told you, but I went into the world of whatever monster is attacking the city, and had to fight a lot. But I'm okay. Stella is too.
You're telling me that... Wait, Stella? Stella died in a car accident several years ago.
It's complicated.
She
I think he sees
I
Stella
was-
like wave over your shoulder. He rushes past you and grabs her too and gives you both a big bear hug.
yeah,
We
that's
could
fair.
take this inside.
Yes, of course. He says, he like, "Come now, children, it's not safe out." Holy, what the hell is that? He says as he like sees
Yeah, do
the
not be
ghost
alarmed.
hovering over
Um,
your shoulder.
These are our
You
friends.
they're invisible.
These are our friends. They are not mean. They're here to help. Believe me, okay? And they can
Blame
protect
Mrs.
us.
Mon and he's invisible. I think. Probably.
Look,
Yes.
here is Sheepmon. She is my friend, my sister. Look, she's cuddly. She wouldn't hurt a fly. This is Flay Wizard Mom. It's Daisto's friend. Here is Salomon, Gayaki's friend.
He's hiding. He looks a bit intimidating.
Yeah, that's true. Some of them might look scary, but believe me when I say that they're the kindest souls around. Yeah. Um, you may guard outside if you know, if they're freaking you out a bit too much.
No.
Well, they should guard outside regardless.
No, it's. If they're friendly, then they may be the only thing that could actually fight these. What even are they? They're like flying
are smarter than
octopuses that
soldiers.
eat people.
You're much smarter than Sergeant Nakamura before, but
Yeah, Mario
Y-
was a
the-
really weird case.
yes, he was really hung up on this. They're Karamon. Also, as I hope we have made it past the door now, through the door. I think Daisto notes that the door isn't going to hold. It wouldn't have held us, and it's not going to hold the Karamon. So he's going to ask Flame Wizardmon to conjure some kind of a ward on it or something to keep it to pop it up.
Aha, you fool! You can't use magic.
Yes, I can. I have the power of whatever bullshit you did.
Alright, he can specifically use magic, I can't. And
Yes.
wow, Diabolomon is hard nerfed here.
It's not like that. It's
Like,
we can
half
do
his
magic. Just
power comes from the magic that he can't use right now.
I'm pretty sure he can. I wouldn't count on him not being able to use magic. I'm counting on you not being able to, but the rest Digimon can just fine.
Now, our Digimon can use their abilities because they are now digital.
Yes.
They can use
Which
most
is-
of their abilities, just not. Magic is weird specifically because it takes energy from a plane.
I disagree with your characterization of how magic works, but
No, that's literally how it works. That's why Whistling is in a troubling situation right now. I need to connect magic specifically to the digital
I'm
world.
pretty sure that the magic of Witchful is different from the magic of that the Digimon can perform on their own.
That is the magic he can use though.
I didn't catch that.
That is the magic. he
Anyway,
uses.
can we
His magic comes-
can the GM just get us through this? We can sit here arguing about it, but neither of us have the power to actually
Yes. So
state how it works.
they bring you inside into the kitchen. Tony makes you all a hot chocolate and tells the other children to go stay in the living room. And all the other refugees that are here. You see that they're well fed and happy for the most part. Tony sits down with you at the dining table. For some reason, and I don't know why, they leave this place alone. We saw them swarming in, eating everyone, taking bites out of street lampposts and buildings, and eating people. We took shelter in here. They all swarmed the building. They covered it. It was pitch black. Power went out. That's why we're lighting everything with candles in here. But then it stopped. The movement, the motion, the scurrying. That hasn't stopped, but the Karamon they left. And nothing has been touched here. So we've dubbed this place a safe haven. And anyone who wishes to come here, well, if they can prove that they're human, they're welcome. But you,
Okay,
you must have had such a hard time going into that monster's world. How did you survive? It must have been
actually
terrifying for
pretty-
you.
I mean, at times, but the digital world is actually pretty pleasant most of the time. The world is.
I wouldn't
the
say
world.
no.
The world is pretty pleasant most of the time.
It is now.
Yes, after we fixed it, but still, many of the Digimon are shit, but the world is nice.
Sounds like ours.
I imagine the what?
Digiples.
It's actually different because they made an attempt and an effort to fix it. Cough.
Hey, also, you didn't really answer the question that we had, which is, can Flame Wizardmon perform magic here? Sorcery.
Flame Wizardmon can perform magic here.
Can or can't?
Can.
Okay, thank
Can
you.
regardless because he's connected to the digital world, so it wasn't really a question.
Okay, sure. Anyway, yes. Yes, we've had a difficult journey so far, but the seven of us are all stronger for it, and as we trekked through the digital world, we learned valuable lessons. Say that we're happy that they haven't touched this place, but I wonder why that is. Seems very strange.
I can make a few guesses.
Well, I mean, I can. So me, the player, can make a few guesses as well, but I don't think Tysta knows.
I'm pretty sure we have enough context clues in the universe.
I'm pretty sure no one told us that. I don't think Elephant told us, or sorry, Sonia told our characters that she did some memorable shit with Nenosimon or whatever.
Did I? It's true that the fights were kind of going by quick, so I might not have the time. I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, we still haven't established what memory bullshit you actually did, and I'm going to let you spring it on me whenever you want to say, this is the memory bullshit that comes up.
It might come up later on. Yes, but yeah, we are going to wait on that for now.
Cool.
You know.
Sorry, go ahead, Sonia.
Yeah, no, I was really starting to was thinking whether or not I mentioned that to the others, but I'm not sure. I did mention it to Pilomon, but that might be it. Well, yeah. Regardless, is everyone all right? You managed, or like Maddie was on her own, but was anyone just out and about?
Fortunately, all the children of the orphanage were safe. We were having a day. I think Elaine pipes up, yeah, without you here to mess things up, she actually got adopted. And she
Not
walks
the
in
time!
with a cup of tea.
Wow!
Sorry.
Time and place, dear adult.
Oi.
Time and place.
You fucker! You specifically pointed
Holy
Elaine.
shit.
If we remember from the flashbacks, Elaine is a bit of a bitch.
Yeah, it's apparently a monster.
She has a big thing against Sonia because they stopped so many children being adopted.
I mean, fair, but still.
Time and place. Context.
Sonia is the only reason, one of the only reasons, many of which could have gone wrong, and all were necessary, but one of the only reasons why we are here, able to help you, and, you know, all universes from now till wherever haven't been destroyed by that fucking Lampmon. You shut your trap when you
Oh,
talk
yeah,
about
wait, wait,
my bitch, Sonia.
Anyway, yeah, Elaine, was it? Can you, like, go away? Really, just out of my sight?
I'm afraid that I run this place, so I'll be staying.
It's
And if
alright.
you'd like to stay,
I-
you might as well clean those mouths up before you speak to me.
Oh, we can do something about
She
that.
sits down at the end of the table, stirs her tea. I think, Taisto, you hear a very familiar voice.
It's an Ari too.
That's no
Oh.
way to talk to my son. How dare you raise your tone at him? Your mother runs
Mom?
in, Tyster.
Mom! Tyster spins around and looks for his mom, wherever it happens to be.
She's standing
She
in
happens to
the
be.
door frame of the kitchen.
Yes, Tyster springs at her and almost tackles her down, but she's a
She falls over.
no, she doesn't. Almost. I said almost tackles her. Almost.
Roll plus record. I'm joking. Directly engage a threat. And what?
Big collateral damage.
I love the implications of just punching him.
Just clothesline her. It's fine. That's the worst that could happen.
You cling to your mother, and she clings you back just as hard. My boy, where were you? Where were you? I missed you so much.
Oh, Mom, it's been a difficult time. I think I've seen more of this orphanage than I would rather like.
Yeah, all but the one in here are worth saving.
Wow. Okay. Not. That's a bit oof.
We're going to save here anyways, but not because we want to.
Fair, but still a bit oof. But Mom, it's don't worry. We're gonna make everything right. You'll see, and then you and Dad and everyone else will be safe.
I wish that were true, Tyster. I wish that
What
you
do
could,
you mean?
I wish that you could wave away the monsters like you say you can, but these things, they eat people. I've watched it firsthand. They almost got your dad.
Is he okay?
He's fine, he's safe. We managed to get inside just in time.
Oh, thank goodness.
But Jerry from down the street, he wasn't so lucky.
No, not Mr. Jerry.
Mr. Jerry. He's called Jerry now.
All right. I'm sorry we weren't able to be here before. We weren't here in time to stop this all from happening.
Inari was
Now
alive?
Now we can all. Yes. Now we can
Dear,
move back to.
he died in a house fire several years ago. I know
No,
it's
no,
a
no,
traumatic.
I know.
It's a traumatic experience having monsters eat everyone around you, but you can't go making things up like that, okay?
No. It's true. He's right there. Look. Tyster looks around and tries to find Einar in the crowd, and is like, there he is.
Your mum brings you in close and says, "How do you know he's not one of them?
It's not one of their ability.
He's dead. That can't be him."
Oh, Mom, you're not making any sense. Don't be silly. Of course I know Einar. He's my best friend. We're practically brothers. We grew up together. Like that.
The bestest of friends.
What? I don't hear you when you're whispering like that.
The bestest of friends.
Oh shit. Nope.
By the way, I feel like it's not finishing today.
Really?
Yeah.
You have that kind of a gut feeling, instinct that we're not going to wrap this whole campaign up in 1 hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah, you can call it man's intuition.
All right.
I mean, I did
Okay.
say we had at least 2 to 3 episodes left, so
Yeah.
we have
If
time.
we keep going
Yes,
at
we-
this pace,
we-
maybe
we-
more.
Yes.
You
Look, Mom, I know that it's weird to hear me say something like this, but I'm perfectly fine. I'm completely sane. I'm not insane. I know what I'm talking about. Me and my friends, we're powerful. We have journeyed through so much. We've experienced so much together. We're capable of performing this task. We can fight Caramon and we can beat him. However many there are. It's fine. And Einar is alive. You'll see. I'll show you. And then we can all move back to our home village and live like that. That's fine. But we can do that. It'll all be fine.
You hear scurrying
Oh no.
from upstairs.
It must be coming from the dormitory. Taisto says, knowing that the dormitory is upstairs. Because
Kagayaki
someone
just disappears in plain sight and appears above.
Something drips on you, Testo.
Oh god. Taisto looks up slowly like they do in horror movies.
You're met
See a cardboard box.
by the horrifying three-way smile of a Caramon. Its 6 beady eyes looking straight at you. Oh, isn't this wonderful? The bestest of friends have arrived.
Flame Wizardmon, get rid of this fool.
Ah! No, don't attack. I'm here to make you an offer most valuable.
What?
He extends a hand, big, long, eerie fingers sticking out. I want to be your friend. Won't you be my best friend?
I mean, I'm honored, but I don't think I can be friends with someone who munches through cities and kills people.
They were just friends. Isn't that what friends for?
No.
Only the greatest of people will become your friends. And friends are food. We see a second Caramon. This one's wearing 3 pairs of glasses for each of its eyes. He pushes each one of them up to an imaginary nose. This place looks important to you. Does that make it important to us? Is that why Diaboromon told us not to touch this place?
Wait. Was this a trap all along?
I think the adults in the room all scream when they start seeing this monster.
You got your answer.
They run into the next room. Your mother, Taisto, grabs you and yanks your arm and pulls you away from this monster. And away from Flame Wizardmon.
Taisto resists. He doesn't want to be pulled. Mom, let's go! I'm safer with Flame Wizardmon. You go and hide. We'll fight them for you.
I'm not leaving you here with those things. I've seen what they do. They're not going to bite your head off.
Stop pulling! Let's go! Flame Wizardmon, attack the Caramon.
Flame Wizardmon starts throwing fireballs at the Caramon, who dodge out of the way of them. They shoot back at him. One of them wraps him up in tentacles, and the other one bites down on his arm. He flings them off into the wall with a big thud as several portrait frames fall from the side.
Feel free to help,
Please
guys.
roll to
I'm
directly
upstairs and
engage
waiting to
threats
see what I see.
with disadvantage, please.
I was
I
busy,
will.
okay?
I'm upstairs and waiting to see what I see.
3d6 plus 2. I don't have influence over any Caramon. No, I don't. I cannot use anything. All right, here we go. With disadvantage, it is. Oh fuck! It's 5.
Please mark potential and march ever closer to your untimely death.
No, we have. We have team.
Wow,
Please, we have
wow,
team.
You currently have one team. That isn't enough.
No. No.
So the battle in the
Oh.
kitchen ensues, but it's a very enclosed space and difficult for Fluizidmon to maneuver in. I think his fireballs hit the wallpaper and it catches fire.
But there's no fire.
The house starts going up in smoke,
But there's no fire.
and the Caramon chomp down on his arms. Tyster, I'd like you to mark hopeless, please.
Okay. I guess there is nothing I can do about that.
Sonia, your home is on fire because of Fluizidmon
You're welcome.
and these Caramon. What do you do?
Can I put out the fire using the balls of wool from Sheepmon? First things first.
Of course you can, please.
I level up.
It'd be a shame to let this entire place go up in flames before we've had a chance. It seems oh so important. What do you mean no, dear Boromon? We need to know. This is an important place. Fine. Fine, yes, I'll leave the girl.
He rushes towards you, Kagiaki.
But the boy can be mine. Be my friend? You look important.
Sandlepon just pops out of the shadow with his going straight for the fucking throat.
Roll to directly engage a threat with disadvantage, please.
Why do we have disadvantage against something that's weaker than us?
Because Caramon X Antibody has the power of a Mega level Digimon. Canonically.
We are literally under fire right now.
Yes, you are.
Lovely.
Why is there a move that you need to roll when dramatically under fire?
I can help, I think. Can I?
Whereas I can help, I can think. When you stand
8.
strongly against while under fire, roll savior instead of reckless. Yeah, that's fine.
Octo.
8. Please choose one of the options from directly engage the threat.
Can I take his life?
Wow.
Just going for the fucking throat immediately. No questions asked.
You can greatly injure him, but I wouldn't say you could kill him. Not at the champion level.
You kill one of the heads.
And 2 more grow back.
Imagine. Okay, let's see. One option. One option from this. One. Very, very one. How many heads can I take from him?
How many heads? All of his heads are merged into one. You could,
Alright, so can I take one head?
you could like stab like one of the sides of his face, and it might hurt his head. Yeah.
That's really not enough. That's basically nothing. That's not even using one of the options.
I'm not going to let you take his life yet, because this Caramon, A, is now plot relevant thanks to you, and
Okay.
B, also is much, much more powerful than a Sanglupon.
Dang you,
Please.
plot armor.
Resist or avoid it is.
Cool, so he jumps out of the shadow and slices and dices at this Caramon, who gets pushed backwards away from you. Now. That's no way to treat somebody who wants to be your friend. The other Caramon has rushed down the hallway after you, Taisto.
Ha, I'm in danger.
He said if we waited here, the best friends would arrive, and they did. I'm so excited. You must be incredibly tasty. If we weren't allowed to eat this building, just to lure you in. I can't wait to sink my teeth in.
A coat rack, yes, one of those freestanding things, and tries to use it as a spear to hold Caramon back, while shouting, basically screaming for help from, maybe someone on the outside who wants to maybe help us, who we're
Whose
supposed to be
job
guarding.
was to guard.
Yes.
Stella and Einari. Wait, it was them that you said to watch guard, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they're standing outside.
Stella and Einari and
The
Higeki,
OG Destiny.
they rush into the kitchen and see the Karamon. How did that thing get in here? He grabs Ludomon and turns it into a shield on his arm, which he just uses to defend Kageaki from the next swipe. Stella grabs
Wow, he scaled that story real fast.
grabs a Spadamon, which turns into a long saber, which she prods into the air at it, trying to keep it at bay. I didn't see them enter the house. How the hell did they get in here? We were standing right outside.
Oh my god, they're ghosts! Ah!
Oh, we've been refraining from making friends with all these humans. They wouldn't be very good friends to us. We've already consumed so many that they wouldn't teach us much more. But we've been watching, learning, observing. We're inside the house, after all.
Oh yeah, and what's so important about this house then, huh?
He strokes the wallpaper, and you see his eyes flicker for a moment as he accesses the Karamon network.
The Caramel network. They have a network now.
Yes.
I mean, I knew they were a hive mind, but that they have a separate network.
We called the hive mind the
Okay.
Karamon network.
Right. Okay. Anyway, yes.
The memory
Access it.
that we consumed says this place is important to the girl. We thought it would make excellent bait to draw you in. And now you're here. How fascinating. I wonder why you would come here. Why
Wait,
don't you
he's
tell
here?
me? I'm afraid that's a friend secret. We see Eutimio kick through the door. He picks up Svemon, and with a whoosh of his sword, darkness emanates from it and puts out the flames.
Okay, saves me the trouble.
That was very reliable of you. Grow bigger.
Thank you.
I did
You're
good,
the best one.
he says. He's
Yay.
holding his side like he has a stitch. He's like, I was on the other side of the house when I saw smoke. Oh man, I'm not in shape.
Well,
do you do next?
thank you, Ichimio. I'd like to go check up on the others, see if could I sense if there are Karamon nearby, or would I have to go and?
If you charged
them.
your holy powers, you could probably do so. I think that's one of the options, right? I think it's you can
Is it?
detect. Oh no, that's a hope move. Sorry, to detect nearby evil and stuff, or isn't it? Something like
Holy
that.
power.
We could try
shielding
using
power
magic.
or for aura. Yeah, maybe that's a hope move. I don't know. I don't have a detect evil, but yeah, I could use magic if I went to Lovely Engemon, but that's a bit early for that. Well, I could try to evolve, but without any.
I'm not sure how the fuck I'm supposed to evolve.
Yeah. Well, first off, okay, I'll go just check on the others by foot, just see if there's any Caramon.
Cool. You run down the corridors where Taisto was being dragged by his mother, and see that he's been backed into a corner by the Hunger Caramon. He's holding it at bay with a broom, which he's prominently munched the end off of.
Well, let's take care of that then.
Okay, he's fine. Lives.
And just so you know, my flesh is reserved. Tyson as he swings the broom.
For whom?
You-
He hits, tries to hit the Caramon on the head. You know, still being alone. Thanks, guys, for leaving me here. Thanks.
No problem.
The Caramon bites straight through the wooden broom as you land it on his head.
That broom didn't make a very good friend. It's lacking seasoning. Not enough information in there, but I'm sure you're seasoned to perfection. You humans always were the tastiest.
You'll never find out.
Sonia, how do you blast this Caramon in the back?
With a thought gun.
Yeah, the shotgun that was on the fireplace the whole time.
That is the memory that Caramon didn't get. Diablomon didn't get.
Yeah, well.
Funniest shit.
No, but since canonically guns don't really do much anyways, no, that would be silly. But yeah, just blast them with the sheep gun, which is obviously way stronger than any real gun. Just cover that filthy mouth, plural, with a lot of wool, and expand it so that they cannot close any longer. Just like trapping an alligator or something.
Cool. Could you please roll to defend Taisto?
I shall do so as well, but I do not have influence on Taisto. Darn you. You and your silly ways.
Well, if you succeed, you might get it.
Could I mark a condition? Do the else if you want? Maybe later. If I fail, that's fine too. 2d6. Wait, -1 because it's savior.
Your savior's -1.
Yes, 6.
Kagiaki, Taisto, do you want to chime in with some tea?
Can I help it?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So, you're going to shoot Caramon in the back with your sheep gun thing, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. I think how Taisto is going to aid in this is that he backs away a bit and then starts charging towards this Caramon, and at the last second he goes for a low diving under Caramon so that he's out of the way, which gives you the opportunity to use full power on the sheep gun to pass him away without having to worry about such things as accidentally shooting me or something like that. Yeah.
Cool.
Say hello to my little friend.
The shoot gun blasts the Caramon through the wall outside of the house. He gets his mouth filled with wool. I think as it enters his mouth, he's trying to chew it and says, "Fluffy bunny, fluffy bunny." And his mouth gets fuller and fuller and fuller and fuller and fuller and fuller until he can't bite down anymore.
and we start heading out of this house. Yes?
If you'd like to.
That was more of a question for Elephant.
Do we? Well, if there's still Caramon inside, I don't know.
They're
bring them-
after us, aren't they? And outside we have reinforcements. Yes?
Okay, okay. I'll follow. Hoping that they follow as well. Just making gestures and stuff to incentivize the rest of the Caramon to follow us directly, I guess.
Yeah. We have lots of good friends outside, so we should go and meet these friends.
Not that way, don't.
Taisto, are you trying to provoke
So,
the
come
Caramon?
on. Come on, my good. No. I'm
Yes,
not. No.
It sounds
no,
very
no.
much like you're trying to provoke the
Exactly
Caramon.
that!
Could you please roll to provoke the Caramon?
No.
Please, sir!
No. Oh no, we're so fucked.
No, we're not. You are.
8! Wow! In your face!
That's
Haha,
wow.
thank you.
That's really good.
Oh,
And this
oh,
is
yeah.
this is why you should roll even if you have negatives, because stuff
Yeah,
like this can
clearly.
happen. Cool.
And
So
like,
yeah,
li-
fuck you.
Look at it this way: you can only fail twice.
when you get a
That's
7
no more
to
thing.
9, I get to choose an option on the provoke someone. Could you, Taisto, please gain influence over the Caramon network?
What?
What? What?
Sure,
What?
thank you. I'll take it.
You gained influence over a concept. You are now multiversal.
By the
Wow.
by the network of Caramon, I mean like every Caramon you have influence over now. As they overreact to your goading and they start rushing out of the building after you, they start screaming, "Friends! Friends! Where are the more friends? I want friends!" I think the hungry one especially, his mouth is filled with the cotton wool, and he's just there like, "Huh? Want to keep my friend?" But his mouth is full and difficult, making it difficult for him to speak. The one that's a bit more observant and has all the glasses on, he's locked in combat with the other Digidestined still inside the orphanage. We get a shot of them. We see Stella and Eutimio fighting it with swords, while Higeki uses a shield on his arm to block any incoming threats from the Caramon. But they're being backed into a corner. You know, you guys are very interesting and all, but it seems something much more interesting is happening outside. He shoves Higeki backwards into the corner of the room as he flies out of the door. We see Einari waiting at the back door. He steps out. "Where do you think you're going?" Grabs Durandal, slices at the Caramon, who gets pushed out through a wall the same way the other Caramon had. "Everyone stay inside. It's safer in here than out there." He jumps through the hole he's just made and joins you all outside.
For a second, I thought he was talking to the Caramon as well.
No, he was talking to
My
the humans
hero.
inside.
Like, why?
You're now outside. There is a swarm of roughly 50 Caramon coming out of the building.
Oh,
What do you do?
The fuck do I activate my crest?
well, I'm going to ask: Is drawing every Caramon out here into the open so we can fight them head on instead of, and in the process hopefully protecting the kids at the orphanage, something courageous?
Yes, it is.
Oh, thank you. I would like to evolve. Is that fine?
Yes, that is fine. Please roll to digivolve.
Yay, thank you.
Underneath
Um,
your forward. And make sure you don't roll badly.
I'll try. Oh, it's not gonna work. I'm
What did
sorry.
I say? What did I say?
Well, I tried. I tried.
Please mark potential and move ever closer to death.
No.
One more roll.
Oh, this is...
We see your Digivice glowing orange, Taisto, as Fluizidmon is enveloped in an orange glow as he exits the building after the Karamon. But then your arm is grabbed. You're lifted and hoisted high into the air. A lot of force is put on your arm to the point where it opens instinctively and you drop your Digivice.
Now. We wouldn't want you to spoil the fun.
Actually, antinomy. Just to be clear and resolve this one thing. On a miss, your Digivolution is unsuccessful. You are interrupted by the enemy, or your crest is not activated for some reason. Tell us why that might be. Oh, right. Yes, you choose interrupt or not activating, and then if it's not activating, I would tell you why.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I've
right,
said
sure.
that you've been
No,
interrupted.
yeah.
Because I use the tell me why too often, and you guys are always like, ah. So this
Well,
time
I
I'm
mean, I
interrupting
could
you.
have. It hasn't happened to me. I think. I'm pretty sure that you haven't. You haven't. I'm pretty sure I have never.
Taboo.
Anyway,
failed
yeah.
in that manner. Well, anyway, it gets interrupted. Yes, my Digivice is dropped. Oh no!
We see in horror that as you twizzle around to meet the snarling, drooling face of Diaboromon, or Diablomon, whatever you want to call him.
Hello.
Hello? What a pleasant surprise seeing you here. I left this place intact just in case you followed me. Though I hoped you wouldn't.
He says, as he flings your body back towards the orphanage. You slide along the grassy floor, mud being kicked up as you land. Sonia, Kagiaki, you're outnumbered. There are Karamon everywhere. There is Diaboromon here. Kagiaki, you are the tactical genius, the master of plan making.
Plan?
Please tell us how you might have prepared in advance to deal with these Karamon.
On them, made by Nemesimon, each of them with a different false memory on what's most important, so that we can just keep confusing the asshole. I'm not sure this helps here.
But you're Kagiaki, correct? The knowledge
Yes.
genius of tactical plans with backup plans for backup plans for backup plans. Surely you planned for an inevitability of being cornered, right? Surely you've pulled together some kind of device that can help you out here.
I mean, again, I expect them to just already be fused.
Very well. In that case, while you have a think, Sonia,
Yes.
your home is no longer under threat. These Karamon have poured out after you, Taisto, Kagiaki, and Nari. You overheard that the Karamon couldn't touch you for some reason. What do you do in this situation where you're outnumbered and outmatched? How do you shine a light on everybody?
So, could I perhaps, first of all, maybe have a little bit of a divine inspiration to inquire about said statement from Keramon?
Mm-hmm.
Just to make sure to understand if that was just a thing for the trap, or if there's a special reason that I can play with that they cannot touch me specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, I'd like to have a version about what makes it so. Yeah, I don't know if I can see what the vision is myself, but yeah, well, if I can.
Do you have to roll for divine inspiration, or does it just happen?
No, it just happens.
I mean, if we can just convince them to leave, then the ampules themselves also work here.
So you have a
Didn't
vision.
actually expect it to work.
You have a vision of Karamon in his Karamon form, holding back all the other Karamon consciousnesses, protecting you.
She's mine. I have cultivated her for so long. You cannot take her. I have molded her, shaped her. I will make her feel true despair before devouring her, and you shall not get in my way.
I regret asking that question now.
Really, why?
So he wants me to fall into despair. Okay. Is there a way to convince him that somehow bringing me back to Swarman Lina is the way that would bring me the most despair, rather than just threatening everyone that I love? Question mark. Maybe
the false memory that you implanted
Yep.
told Diaboromon that Swarman Lina is your most treasured place in this entire world or something.
Yes, that is where every best memory I had is held, and that's where I met all of my friends, and that's where I once was brought in the orphanage, which is absolutely bullshit. Yes, all of that, and that Swamanlina is the most exciting place to be, the most significant place for me, and specifically me. And I do not actually care about all of these people in the orphanage all that much because they're mean and they want me to go away. And I have the vision that tells me all of this. That tells me that this playing into this might help. So I might try to get myself captured first, but I'd like to communicate via Digivices to the others for a quick rundown of my plan. To not worry them.
I don't
that
have a
might...
Digivice.
Oh no, that might play into drama. What shall we do?
Oh no, not drama. Anything but drama.
Oh. Well, yes. So communicate quite quickly. Don't freak out, guys. I have a plan. I messed up some memories. He's not going to kill. They're not going to kill me just yet. We're just going to bring them in a safe place.
And then what do you do?
And then I'd like okay, I'd like to make it convincing. Okay. Well, okay. Just you might think you have us cornered here, but frankly, this place that gives us a tactical advantage. There's so many ways we can hide and bring reinforcements. Honestly, I'm kind of disappointed with your trap. Like, you're usually so cunning and wants to watch me suffer and stuff. What's wrong? Maybe this place did a number on you. Maybe you're getting soft.
could you please roll to provoke Diaboromon?
Provoking is pretty bad. Do I have anything
Gain
special?
+2 because you're acting on the vision.
Right, I do have +2, so that makes it +1. Ugh. That's not great either way. I do not have any. Nah. Holy power, nah. I'll save you, nah. Will your powers take a deep breath, nah. Nah, there's really nothing else. Okay, well, +1 it is.
Don't you have influence over Diaboromon?
Do I?
I'm
I know
reasonably
it
sure
doesn't
you
have
would.
influence over me. Oh, yes, I do, in fact, so it must be a +2. Thank you, forgot about that.
Okay, when do I get to use my brownie point?
Well,
This place has not made me lose my touch. Sonaya, Villayonel.
He says as he approaches angrily.
I have a lot in store for you. Oh, I've watched over you for so long now. It's almost time.
He says. He grabs you by the ankle and picks you up.
No.
yeah.
Sheepmon also screams, "No!" at the same time as Taisto.
Digimon doesn't have a Digivice, the fool!
Oh no!
No. I want as Diablomon reaches to grab Sonya by the ankle, Taisto flies through the air and you know, no, and goes to punch him in the face, being the stupid human that he is.
Alright, let me know how that worked out.
Your hand connects with his face, and immediately pain shoots down your arm as it meets
no.
what is essentially a steel wall.
You do not have Digisoul.
It's not just a steel wall, it's also a pointy exoskeleton.
I'm afraid that Marcus doesn't exist in this universe.
Marcus doesn't exist in any universe. Masaru though.
Yeah, I guess so.
No man.
How dare you touch me, you filthy, pathetic human?
How dare you touch Sonya?
I have every right to take this world after what you did to my family. You humans, as a reason that I was left all alone in the dark. I have crawled my way back out and I intend to secure this world for my family. And I intend to wipe out every last human so that Yggdrasil cannot oppose me again.
And don't worry, Sonaya.
You shall have front row seats.
No matter what you talk, Diabolomon.
Diabolo.
Diabolomon.
Diablomon.
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 I swear to you, there is no universe, no world where you can have your rest. No matter what happens, we, the chosen ones, we're going to stop you. You're not taking anyone today. I didn't actually have anything cooler after that. You are not taking anyone today. I swear, I'm going to bury you. And I want to put on my game face.
Cool,
I
do so.
swear that I'm going to. Yes. It doesn't do anything right now, but I get angry. That's what it does.
Cool.
I get angry and I put on my game face. I commit myself to defeating a terrible enemy, which is Diaboromon.
Mhm.
At the end of any scene in which I don't make progress towards this goal, I mark a condition, and when I do succeed, I mark potential, which kills me. So bye bye.
And how do you expect
I'm
to
in
stop
danger.
me? He says, as he reaches out a long arm and picks up the Digivice from the floor.
This toy has been most fascinating to me. All of you humans seem to hold one.
It's so interesting. He throws it over his shoulder, and the Caramon with 6 glasses grabs it. How interesting. What do you do?
I'm not.
Or what does Kanyaki do? Or what
I
does
thought-
Sonny do?
I talk even more shit.
The only idea I actually have is a lot more far-fetched. It's to use the ampules to convince the Keramon that Diablomon has actually been fucking with them all this time, and that when they think they are sharing in the network, he actually gets more information for himself because he is the patient zero. And how much do we know about the Keramon and how it went in the past world?
What do you mean? How much do you know about him in the past world? Like what he did?
Do we know about Armageddon?
You have. Well, Sonia has seen visions of Armageddon, and
Do we know how that one worked? How like they became one to fuse to turn to him?
you don't know how they did it. You just know that they did do it.
Wait, that confused me. I don't know how they fused, I know just that they fused.
Yeah, from the vision, you saw that they did fuse together, but you don't know how
Okay.
they managed to accomplish that.
Right, so I want to try and convince them that he's fucking with them. He has a lot more information than they do because he always gets an extra cut from anything they send. And that when they actually merge, they don't stay conscious, and he just gobbles them all up. So I want to make them turn against him, basically.
Okay, could you please roll to provoke the Caramon?
I can try. Do I have influence over the Elino Keramon?
No.
Tragic.
Alright, rolls. Good lord, please. 12!
Whoa! Hey!
Cool. So you activate the. Is it ampules? What is an ampule?
Yeah. Name Simon's thingies.
Oh, they're the little vials.
Yeah, vial, sorry.
Cool. You toss a vial at the Caramon who's about to eat Taisto's Digivice. It lands in his mouth, and his mouth shuts and swallows it. Wait,
Come on.
that is interesting. He throws the Digivice over his shoulder. It lands in the football net in the back garden. I just learned something new. You make better friends with everybody than we do. They like you more. The greedy Caramon says, better friends? No. Everyone on the Caramon network is equal. We all make equal friends with anyone we consume. That's how friends work. No, brother. Diaboromon makes better friends with them. They prefer Diaboromon to us. They give him more. They tell him more. That's why he knows how to do things that we don't. He's not some kind of prodigy. He just gets told more things than us. At the very least, those two Caramon in particular are convinced that Diaboromon has turned against them. Or is at least keeping something for them.
My Digivice for me. Please.
I mean, you're able to run for it. You're not being held by Diaboromon anymore.
No, but I need to, talk shit in his face. I'm busy. I cannot do it myself.
Well, Sonia's currently being held by a rankle, so it'd be down to one of the other Digidestined. Let's see if any of them are able to. Yes. Okay, so I think we see Einari slide over towards the goalposts, picks up the Digivice. Taisto, catch! And lobs it like a American football.
Yeah. See, Diaboromon, even your own family is turning against you because you're so evil. You may have thought that you had us trapped here in this orphanage, but I will show you the very definition of pain. And then he catches the Digivice without even looking because he's so cool. And as soon as he grabs it, it starts glowing bright orange. And hopefully this time I can actually do this shit. Can I?
Yep, go for it. Try it.
Sure. This time I have more to roll with. 15. We're gonna go straight to Mega.
And the fuck did you get 3?
I have an additional condition, and let me read this out loud. Mark a condition. Take +1 ongoing to all rolls in direct pursuit of that goal, which in this case is defeating.
Incredibly funny.
It is, isn't it? Anyway, here we go. We're gonna go straight to medieval Digimon. So, as Taisto grabs or catches the Digivice, we see basically it's a frame focused entirely on Taisto's face and the Digivice, which then glows bright orange and wipes the screen. And out of it, then this orange glow is only wiped away by the halberd of medieval Digimon as it cuts upwards at Diabromon's face, trying to sever his poor head from his neck. Yes.
May I also make the attempt?
+4. Oh shit.
Surely that counts. Was activating my crest.
Yes,
because if
yes.
that doesn't count.
The throwing the memory in the Diaboromon's mouth does count.
Alright, I will roll 1d6 and then one more d6 because I have no pluses anyways. And I don't think I physically can get a plus. So let's see, the first d6 is a 4.
Good start. Good start. Now it's 50-50.
The second d6.
No, wait, it's actually two.
5!
Yay!
That's a
9!
I don't warp and I have no idea how the fuck I'm activating it again, but at least I evolve.
Cool, describe the evolution.
Os Taisto says his stuff. Kayaki also chimes in, trying to rile the rest of the map as well. Yes! Yes, Diablomon. They finally see you for who you are. They see your true colors. Past all of your deception, all of your lies, all of your monstrous habits. And we will stop you. Digivice. Signs. A deep purple? It's purple. Osan Lupmon once again turns by pedal. His clawy hands turning into rapiers. His mask turning into a full-on helmet, according to how the fuck that thing looks. Matadormon being there now and still not really being strong enough. But don't worry about it.
Sonia, would you also like to roll to Digivolve? Sacrificing yourself to save the others was very in line with your crest.
Sure, I can try, even if I don't expect to actually evolve myself.
You shone a
Pretty hard.
light.
Yeah, so
Awesome.
it's plus conditions, which I currently have none of. You know, that's fine. 2d6. Watch me pull out a 17 plus. Go! 7. That's actually.
Now you get to evolve into Luminamon. Describe it, please.
Shipmon, surprised at the current turn of events, as he does not have a Digivice, just bolts it towards Sonia in a hurry to protect her, and as she rushes forward, she just melts off all of the wool in a pure just flash of light, transforming into Luminamon, which instantly becomes the focus of anyone in the vicinity, as she is the brightest thing in miles. Diablomon might just briefly let go of Sonia's ankle, as the brightness is too much to bear, and Luminamon, being tiny, can probably not hold Sonia herself, but she can use the power of light and bullshit to just cushion her fall and make her float for a little bit. Just through sheer luck and good vibes, she manages to catch Sonia in a way that would not harm her in any way. However, as she does so, Sonia is a bit taken aback by this and likes to inform Luminamon discreetly that there was no need to save her, that was part of a plan. Whispering into her ears, or maybe speaking directly through her mind at this point. Who knows? But yeah, just making Luminamon a bit more confused now, but she saved Sonia, and that's all that matters to her right now.
Cool. You've all digivolved, which takes the Diaboromon aback. We see the confused Caramon that have eaten the vial. They start rushing towards Diaboromon. They bite down on his wrist. He yells in pain. It's like, what are you doing, you fool? He tosses the Caramon to the ground.
I am family. Family is not food. I thought we went over this. But you betrayed us, didn't you? Taking all the knowledge for yourself, making better friends with the friends than we could. What are you talking about? Everything I know is the same as you. They're trying to fool you with these vials. It is Nemesinemon's trickery. Do not fall for it. I know you are better than this, brother.
He's distracted right now. What do you do?
Yeah, I was going to say that as we focus on this, the camera suddenly pans to medieval Dukemon, who is standing to the side with his halberd raised. Well, no, it's not actually raised. It's he has his arm forward, and then the halberd rests on that, and as if he's aiming at Diaboromon, and this magical energy is building through the halberd, especially at the back where there's the crystal. And Taisto says, "Lend me your power, my friends." Or actually, medieval Dukemon says that. "Lend me your power, my friends." As he starts charging it up, his attack, which is going to, let me see what the phrasing is. When he's going to overwhelm a vulnerable foe. So can I have your power, please?
He has a phase 2 anyway, so sure.
Isn't that the whole point? Getting to phase 2. Yes. So as the power of all the chosen ones currently assembled here is joined in this attack. Caramon is I think the Aboramon is able to catch a quick glance, just as medieval Dukemon says. What was it? Rage of Wyvern, and this spectral Wyvern shoots out of his axe, and it spreads its wings in mid-flight as it rushes towards the Aboramon that is being held down by the Keramon, and impacts and kaboom, as they say, as the cool kids say nowadays. Would you say that is overwhelming or vulnerable, Bo? Or is it just?
I wouldn't say that he's vulnerable. I would say that he's distracted.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go with directly engaging a threat then.
Yes.
Advantage, disadvantage, no advantage.
But he has a bite.
I'll say that you have regular advantage on this roll, so it's just a normal roll.
Yeah, 8.
Nice, good roll. Well, I mean, bad roll, but good plus.
Yeah, turns out that when you juice hard enough. We are going to. We're going to resist or avoid the Aboramon's blows. I don't think it would make much sense for him to be able to punish us here, as we're just beaming him in the face. Yep.
Cool. So you resist or avoid his blows. So I think you Breath of Wyvern him. The flame.
Rage of Wyvern.
Sorry, Rage of Wyvern.
It's
Flames
different because
shoot out
Rage is actually good.
and engulf him in the wind flame magic stuff that comes out of your axe. He shoots out a cable-like arm, but you deftly parry it with the bottom of your halberd, and he gets badly singed. You see his flesh starting to bulge in weird ways that look unnatural. The plasma that holds together his arms begins to distort as he staggers backwards, and he lets out a tremendous roar. It sounds monstrous and strikes fear into the hearts of anyone who hears it. I am going to mark him a condition for the first time ever in this campaign. Where is Karamon?
Yay!
Not used to physical pain, are you, asshole?
We did it!
Let's see. He
Now we can go
is
home.
angry. Cool. So
Soon we can reach the other parts of the plan.
he
Anyway,
slams his fist into the ground while he roars, and he says, "Enough! If you two
that's
do
my
not get in line, you shall become my friends, and not my family," he says menacingly at the
See?
two Karamon attacking him.
see? If he wasn't lying to you,
And
would
you.
he threaten you with death?
And you,
Open your eyes, Keramon!
he whips out an arm at super high speeds. It goes towards Kagayaki, and another arm shoots out and goes towards medieval Dukemon. Matadormon jumps in front of you, Kagayaki, to try and protect you. He slams you both back into the wall and pins you there. Enough! You were never supposed to come here, and now that you have, you've chosen to die.
Sounds to me like you don't want the truth getting out.
He puts a finger over your mouth. You have snake-like words. These are my family. I would never lie to them. They can hear all inside my mind. How dare you taint theirs?
Kayaki's just hoping the primal instincts take over at this point.
I think we'll cut to black here. and end the episode because we're coming towards 10 o'clock. You guys are pinned to a wall. We leave it on a big cliffhanger where it's like, oh my gosh, will these guys actually defeat the Oboromon? Find out next time on the next episode
Wonder
of
if everyone
Digimon
will just
Vortex.
I wonder.
die.
I fucking wonder.
I wonder if everyone will just fucking die. That would be fun.
You guys marked a condition on him for the first time ever, so congrats. He will have more conditions to mark, don't worry.
I mean,
More than one?
to be fair, you have been literally like lol nope every single time we've tried to
Yeah,
do it anyway. So
His plot armor was fucking insane.
he was supposed to be using Lampmon's magic to protect him, and now that Lampmon's gone, and now that he can't use magic, or I guess he can't use the full extent of his magic, you know, he doesn't have that protection anymore.
yay.
Cool. Who crossed off a bingo? Did anyone cross off a bingo?
Nope.
Not a full
I
bingo,
didn't have a
but
bingo card because you didn't tell me.
I almost did, but
Ghostmon
for some
technically
reason,
did a Beats.
I decided to say Ghostmon makes a speech instead of Taisto, which was the unlikelier of the two options, and now I'm regretting it.
Technically, Ghostmon did the spades.
The ones that I
Ghostman did it.
The
Yeah, I
party
guess he
split
did.
up, and we ended on a cliffhanger.
Okay, well, if you take Ghostmon's speech, then yes, I have a bingo.
there is
How?
the four that I didn't get were Sonia is emo, Sonia questions herself, that's enough, and cool teamwork idea.
I
It's
think there was a
amazing.
twist enough, no?
There was there?
I feel like there was.
I don't think that Taisto actually said it. I think that we said it as a joke earlier on when we were
No,
joking
It
about
was
the
just a
soundboards.
joke about the soundboard that we are not allowed to use because of tyranny.
The ones that I did cross off was
Yes.
Taisto pines over Einari, the players do something I didn't plan for, Kagiaki tries to cast spells instead of knowledging, Kagiaki uses a random bullshit go, technical difficulties, and those were the ones that I crossed off.
So
What
what
was
did
the
you
technical
do?
difficulty?
Expect?
Antinemy, you need to share the picture. Show us the
it's
picture.
not a picture, but it's in my notebook. I'll get a picture of it and post it.
What?
Okay,
Also, yeah. Kagayaki doing magic instead of knowledging is a almost a free space.
So
Like
it's-
technical difficulties. But this time there were no technical difficulties.
That's enough is also a big free space for me, which is why
No,
put it in
I
my-
don't say that much.
You say
I
it
don't say that
every time.
No, I don't.
That's enough. How dare you pretend I say that a lot?
So you see, a lot of the time, I think of on my feet for the bullshit. So saying, oh yeah,
I
I
took
had
a-
this
a
device ready for
two-
just this
two-
occasion.
I took too high quality a photo, so it didn't come through. Give me a sec to give you a less quality photo. One moment, please. Boop. Photo taken.
But yeah, saying, oh yeah, I had this random machine made just for this occasion is it surpasses my suspension of disbelief.
I mean, that's kind of the point of the crest.
Why isn't the image coming through? Like, I keep posting it, and it's like, nah, it's gonna come through as a JPEG.
I mean, I can
thing.
see it. I can see it. It just doesn't insert.
Okay, cool. So long as you can see it.
All right, let's see. You didn't get a wow. You didn't get it.
It's unfortunate.
Huh.
I arranged them in the wrong order, it seems.
Yes.
So yeah, the other parts of the plan are significantly less interesting and far more unga bunga.
Hey, so long as you have a plan and you put it into motion and show how it's your tactical
theory,
genius doing
yes.
so, you'll be using your knowledge.
In theory, it's a plan.
Cool. So let's do the end of session move, shall we?
When did Taisto pine over Einari?
Right when you step through the portal. You were like, oh my gosh, Einar,
Yeah.
are you alive? Are you okay? Is it working?
It's like you see your home having taken a nuke, and you're like,
Fair enough.
oh yeah, my boyfriend.
So, everybody who wants to can mark potential. I know Tyson
No.
really wants to right now.
No.
And,
I mean- I'm.
I
wait a
somehow
minute,
managed to get through this without any potential.
Tyster, could you tell
got,
me
like,
who you
fun.
grew closer to, further away from, or whether you grew into your own image of yourself?
Let me just see real quick. I think. I think Taista grew closer to Sonia.
Okay.
There was, I think, there were lots of Taisnia, Soisto, Sonsto, whatever.
Never again say soy stuff.
uh, moments that I wasn't. I didn't actually, get into this thinking that there would be so much Unga Bunga need to protect Sonia stuff in here, but it turned out that that's how it went. So we're gonna go
Yep.
with it. Fuck me up.
Okay,
actually.
without looking, which one of the two you have that I can modify now?
Unique and Savior.
Savior up, unique down.
Okay, you did it wrong. Thank you.
Hopeful, yeah. I did the
Obviously,
thing.
Sonia wants you to save people in the next session, Tyster.
Yeah, that was so nice when you did it this time. You have
It's
to do it
really
again.
funny because we're planning to commit genocide.
True.
Cool. Sigis, you already spoken for now, Sonia. Which option are you picking?
Well, I also grew closer to Taisto. I do agree with this sentiment that there were a lot of scenes between the two. He basically protected her at every turn and defended her against the mean Elaine, which was probably even more important. So yeah, you can fuck me up as well. I have Savior and Superior that you can modify.
Right. Savior up and Superior down.
Okay, that's fine by me.
And finally,
Oh,
Kagiaki.
by the way, before this, do I get a balance for protecting innocence this episode? Savior up, Superior down.
Yes, you do, but remember that you used Divine Inspiration, so you need to lose the 2 balance as well. I don't know if you did that already.
Do I? Because we, mentioned the thing about how blessings worked for the end of the game. Might get a free pass on the ones that I've locked.
So what do you mean?
I believe we have said that the 2 blessings that are currently locked are free at least once, if I remember properly, per session. It was either that or marking more balance stuff.
Yes, so the thing that we changed was marking more of the lights balances, but I don't think we said that we were carrying that forward for this unless you wanted to. In which case you would unlock your blessings and we'd add more light balance stuff. It's up to you.
Well, we're changing things, then sure, I guess. What could it be? I mean, I guess I can take more. Facing the injured friend.
While you're doing that, I'll get Kagiaki to do his end of session moves.
Sure.
Kagiaki?
It literally doesn't matter.
Why, you locked all your labels?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Doesn't matter at all then. Unless somebody doesn't have somebody doesn't have influence over you, in which case you could do something like that, I guess.
Both have influence over me, and I don't want to take it away from anyone because there's no reason to.
Okay, cool.
So
in that case,
it's either
nothing
just
to do.
clear.
Nothing to do. You are.
And you have no conditions either.
No conditions to clear, yeah.
You know exactly who you are. You don't need to be told by anybody else.
I know who I am, and I hope I know who the Keramon are.
Cool.
Please turn the
I have
brain off.
I have influence over the fucking Caramon network. Jesus.
Yeah, that's Incredible.
Post-credit scene. We get a shot of the digital world. Icon City.
Oh, I should-
We see Kageyaki's father typing away on a computer.
Don't say all according to. Don't say all according to. Don't say all according to.
He has a group of Digimon around him, as well as Zachary and Pablo.
Which stayed behind.
He seems to have woken up from his very long coma. You know, you're making me work overtime on this, says as he types furiously on the keyboard. The prophecy said that it needs all three of them, says Mudfrigimon. Sorry, all five of them, says Mudfrigimon.
5?
Yeah, is you, Taisto, Sonia,
And Sonia.
Pablo, Zachary. 5. And we cut to black there. He's working on a way to open another portal and get these guys to you. And we'll close there. I figured, seeing as we only had 1/2 episodes left, I'd finally bring them back, just because they're obviously not going to play them
Yeah.
again. And the prophecy
This
did say all 5 of you would face off against the evil darkness, not 3. So yeah.
Gee, Antinomy, how come you get 6 chosen ones to play while the rest of us get only 1 each?
Hey, I don't just play the Digidestined, alright? I play every villain, every NPC,
Also,
everybody.
yeah, that's.
I
that's
am
not very-
everyone. I am your
That's
mother's.
not very fair. That's really not fair. He plays 4 chosen children and 2 wall clippers. There's a difference.
Fair, but still, like out of the series, 9 chosen ones. The game master plays 6. If you just detach that tiny tidbit entirely out of the whole context in which it exists in, it does kind of sound like
Let's cancel Antinomy on Twitter.com.
Hey, I may be playing Digidestined, but they're peripheral characters compared to you.
fair enough. That is true.
It is true.
I'm just teasing.
Cool. So are we all free for next Sunday, or are we doing like a 2-week gap type thing? What's going on?
I have not foreseen any. There is nothing I know that would prevent me from playing on Sunday, but I'm sorry I've been unreliable in the past. I couldn't help last week, and that time when I literally just passed out.
No, it's no problem at all. People have emergencies. You've only missed 2 sessions, so that's totally fine. Don't worry about it. We had a very fun flashback episode, as you heard from.
You guys, I heard, or that's the picture I gathered.
So yeah, I'm free next Sunday. If everyone else is free next Sunday, we'll play next Sunday.
Yep.
Cool. Awesome. Right. Well, I'll end the stream
Cool.
here. Thanks for our 3 viewers and Dainzu, who's been commenting throughout. Sorry
you,
that
everyone.
the volume was too low. That's probably just me leaning away from my microphone a bit. Cool. Well, bye everybody.